What we're seeing is our customers across the board using more sets of advertising across the length of the content and more ads within each of that set of advertising. The result is what we're seeing as one example, long form content. In Q1 of this year, the average number of video ads in a given piece of long form content, which we define as 20 plus minutes, was 6 video ads. And in Q2, we saw that number go up to 8. So in Q2, on average, in a given piece of long-form content, what we observed in our system was an average of 8 video ads per video view. So we're definitely seeing our customers test into what the right volume of advertising is for a given video length. And certainly long-form content opens the biggest door for them in terms of monetization, given that it can afford to hold the biggest ad loads. The next logical question that I always ask is, okay, you're putting more ads in the video itself. Are consumers getting annoyed? And so luckily what we're seeing is actually, again, in Q2 this year, what we're observing is that the completion rates, meaning the average the rate at which people are watching all the way through to a given video ad, are actually the highest we've seen since 2010. So very exciting for these publishers who, again, are putting more ads in a given piece of content. Clearly, consumers are only growing more understanding and more accepting of the fact that as they want to consume valuable, professional, rights-managed content online for free, or even behind an authentication layer, that advertising is going to come with that. For long-form content, which again is 20 plus minutes, the average completion rate for video advertising in that content is 91%. So again, consumers get it. I mean, we see some lower numbers across the industry, but when you're talking about professional rights-managed content, consumers are willing to watch through. We're seeing massive growth as it relates to viewing volume, video viewing volume across smartphones, gaming consoles, tablets, other over-the-top devices. What we observed in Q1, the volume of video viewing across those devices in our system was about 4%. We saw that double to 8% in Q2. And those percentages sound small, but the actual numbers behind that, in Q2, as an example, we broke the 1 billion, with a B, billion video view volume mark. So meaning in Q2, we saw over 1 billion video views across just non-PC or Mac devices. Again, smartphones, tablets, game consoles. So what we're seeing is just dramatic growth in that space as premium publishers seek to find bigger audiences to distribute their content to, not just on their own sites and not just on different sites, but also on other distributed devices as well. In terms of scale in the industry, we're getting there. That's the short answer. We're definitely seeing that there's still room to grow as it relates to not training, but educating both sides of the fences where, I mean, this is sort of the time when convergence, it's rubber meets the road time in terms of the online video, digital, classic display rules of engagement are meeting the traditional TV rules of engagement, and certainly parties are coming to the table together, and whether it's the agencies and the media planners and buyers, or whether it's the publishers, or even frankly the measurement companies, are all having to come together to figure out, it's clear that these two worlds are going to join. How do we do the best we can to make sure the transaction's efficient, that we're accounting for the audiences, that we're delivering the right messages, and tracking, and everybody's getting paid appropriately. So there's definitely still room to grow there, and the point's a fair one that we've heard made as well, that first and foremost, the biggest advertisers on television are looking for scale and reach in their buying, right? They want to reach massive audiences with sound, sight, and motion messages. And so the biggest challenge for online folks, particularly people that were trained in an infinite supply of advertising in the display world, is to adapt to this world of what's effectively television, where you can only put so many video ads in a given piece of content, whether it's a TV show or a movie or what have you, and understand that the way that gets sold and bought and executed is very different, because the supply of advertising is not infinite. It's very constrained. And so what we're doing is trying to work across the industry to make sure people understand that they need to create ad products and leverage technology in a way that creates scale for these massive advertisers to embrace a converged world of television and digital video.